What's up, guys? It's Steve with the Ultimate Pickup Artist Convention, and today I got Mike, aka Enthalpy.
How's it going?
Good. Good to see you, man.
Nice to meet you.
So today we're just gonna go over some footage. We got something a little bit different. We got some actual infield footage that I shot. You're famous for that. I guess that's how you got known, right?
Yeah.
Your infield footage.
Yeah.
Give the guys a little bit idea where you came from, why and how you got into this stuff real quickly, and then we'll get into the
Yeah, I was 23 when I started reading pickup materials back in like 2006. Just started reading, and then I took like a 5-year break because I kind of been on and off with my girlfriend. And then funny thing is, 3 years ago, I went to the pickup convention. I think it was in Hollywood too. I think back then it was like Vince Kelvin set it up, but like JTR was all there. And that was the first time that I went to the convention, met DJ Fuji. I was like, hey, you know, I'd be interested in being like an intern or something like that. It just turned out coincidentally that he lived like 3 blocks from where I lived. Damn, and we're both like Asian, kind of techie, nerdy guys. Didn't hear back from him till like 3 months later, but he just like randomly gave me a call. And then from January of 2011, I kind of just became his assistant. Did mostly just the administrative work, but then like on the weekend, whenever he had like a boot camp or when he had like conference calls and things like that, I was always there to help out and listen in. So it was like kind of like free boot camps almost on a monthly basis. And I got to hear all of his Skype coaching. So that's kind of how I got kind of a nudge, if you will. And then obviously on the side, I went out 2 or 3 nights every single week, so I was pretty consistent. Right. Okay. Yeah. So 3 years of consistent pickup and sarging. Yeah. That's pretty much my story.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. What would you say? I mean, I see stuff where you're pretty dominant in terms of like Kino and putting girls' stuff, her arms and stuff around you. So would you say you're more dominant than most Asian guys, or what?
Yes. I mean, well, most Asian guys don't even do pickup. The answer is yes. I would say I got into working out way before I kind of started pickup. So I started working out back in 2007. So I've already been like pretty in shape and built before I started, which helped. And then I think really a lot of just the dominance and the Kino stuff is just hanging out with a lot of naturals and also a lot of other synthetics that were much better than me. And then I think during 2012, there's like a 4 or 5 month section where I just like went to Vegas, and it was just like hanging out with guys that just like went for SNLs and just like pulls on a nightly basis. You kind of just have to be aggressive. So I picked a little bit of that there. So
when you say build helped, describe that a little bit. How is being built? What do you see a difference?
Well, like I always, well, some of my students or just some of my friends, they always talk about, you know, like, what do you do if somebody AMOGs you, or what's your tactic? I mean, like, nobody really AMOGs me, you know what I mean? So this just helps out. I mean, I feel that too. When I see a guy that's like 300 pounds, that's just jacked, that looks like, you know, Wolverine. If I saw Hypnotica, even if he wasn't doing that well in a set, I probably wouldn't like steal his set, right? A lot of it is just subconscious. I don't try to AMOG people on purpose. Like I don't try to be an ass, but like if I just see a guy like like you know, more timid guy, it's almost subconsciously I just assume they're like friends. They're not even boyfriend or they're not even going out. So. So definitely being bigger helps.
What about women? Do you see a difference in terms of your reactions from them?
What do you mean?
The traction. I know I saw some of your videos. Women talk about how, oh, you're buff, this and that. But you feel that it creates any kind of difference in traction? Because a lot of guys say looks don't matter. But I hear you say build matters. So
I think obviously if you're out of shape, then obviously this is what I think. If you're like really fat and overweight, then I don't think anybody really likes that, or unless some girl has like a weird fat fetish. But that's like a really small percentage, right? But as you get to like a more toned, you probably have like a more of like a general appeal to everybody. You know, you're like your typical Abercrombie physique, right? Not super jacked, just lean and like six-pack in shape. That probably appeals to the larger percentage of the female population. And then obviously the bigger you get, it kind of becomes polarizing, right? So it's like, if you get really big, then you're probably actually going to turn off a big percentage of girls. But there are certain girls that maybe 5% that are just like super into just really buff guys. So it just depends on what you want. I mean, I would say, you know, get to a point where you're just not fat, right? Just at least work out to stay in shape. But after that, just do what you want, right? I mean, you want to be like just lean, that works too. I mean, you'll appeal to kind of like the majority, but it might be like lukewarm. Or if you want to work out, get really big, that's more, I think you should do it for your personal goal and not just to do it to get girls, because you can be like disgustingly big. It turns off girls. So
I've heard that a lot.
But some girls love that shit. And sometimes, I mean,
the girls that are big like that, they love that shit. That's pretty disgusting. All right, so let's get into some footage where I guess dominance came into play, your build came into play, and I think it's gonna be some funny shit.
We're Asian brothers from China.
You're not!
We're like
not Chinese!
So? We're from China.
That's rude. He's from Thailand.
So
You're not his brother.
Brother from a different mother. So here I was just kind of a funny vibe, just doing some cold read here. There are a bunch of Asian people, so I was just kind of opening as if, you know, he's my brother, this and that, whatever.
You opened the girl or you opened the dude?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your name?
This is my boyfriend. His name is Devin.
No, he's not.
I'm serious.
Make out.
Hey man, why don't you chill out, man? There's like 5 of us.
I'm chill, dude.
Okay, yeah, you chill. What are we doing anyway?
We're hanging out. So, I really didn't think that they were like boyfriend and girlfriend. I wasn't trying to be a dick. It just, you know how like girls lie all the time, where they'll just grab a friend and say, oh, that's my boyfriend. And obviously at this point, it wasn't like based on her kind of tonality, she wasn't like serious, she wanted me to leave, right? I mean, I could pick it. So it was more like, I still felt like the set was workable, right? And so I wasn't accepting her frame, and at that point, I really didn't think that guy was her boyfriend. Her boyfriend. So I was like, whatever. I was like, prove it, make out, whatever.
Yeah, it pissed her off a little bit.
Nice talking to you. Okay. Could be a little bit more tactful about it,
She's a lady, but she's a lady, man.
But I'm a lady, which means if I have a boyfriend, I'm very clear about
I was
that.
about ready to go. You don't have to like make
You weren't. You know what? You really weren't.
I don't know.
Let it go.
Plenty of girls talk to you.
I think what's funny about this is like 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes, 4 short Asian guys swarming you at this point.
So and then it really flipped, right? It went from like kind of fucking around to like, please leave. I'm like, okay, well, sure.
All right, please go.
Go before you hit. Go.
I'm more of an asshole than all of these guys, so please go away.
Yeah, and I don't really care, so don't touch me.
Are you done? Are you done or not? Are you done or not? Are you done or not? Are you done?
Actually, I was gonna go. Now I kind of feel like standing here because I really like this part of the
Because
club.
you're a douchebag?
No, because you don't really know how to interact with people. I think you should learn some tact. I didn't know.
You think I need to learn some tact because I own a fucking vagina? Please go away!
Exactly, just because you're a girl.
Away.
No, I'm bigger than you. Can't push me. I'm still here. Don't touch me. I really don't like it when girls like touch me.
Yeah.
So in a negative manner, obviously. I think at this point it's like beyond. The set is probably right beyond salvageable. I just don't like that behavior. I think I made a couple of videos about like Asian girls in LA. I don't think she's even Asian, but yeah, you come across a lot of really rude girls in LA, and I guess I just don't want to put up with it.
Gotcha.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Let me show you that I'm a badass because that muscles. Bullshit! Go away!
You done?
Okay, are we done? Are we done? Yeah, I think we're done. Okay. Done.
Do you need a drink? Is that what you need?
Come on, Mr. Tough Guy. It's okay. Please leave. We don't want any problem.
Nice to be. Nice to be polite.
Yeah, it's good to be polite. Thank you.
See, your meanness didn't get you anywhere, did it?
Well,
You told me.
everywhere.
You told me.
I'm adorable.
You told me to go away, but it didn't work, did it? Maybe you should be nice next time. Hey, I got a phrase you can try to use. How about it was a pleasure talking to you?
Watch your mouth. You better watch your mouth.
How about it was a pleasure
I
talking to you?
can punch better than you can speak. Are you ready for this? Because honestly,
There's a bouncer right behind me.
honestly, I'm an adorable girl.
Relax on your drink.
Yeah. You relax and
I can do that.
You know I'm sober.
I know you're sober. I'm sober too.
So-
It's okay.
Yeah. It's all
Please
good, man.
Cool.
take a hike.
No, I think I'm just gonna stand right here. But you guys are welcome to go. I'm gonna stand right here. Right here.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, right here.
We're done. Are we done?
We're done. We're done.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. We're done. We're leaving.
I really,
Enjoy
Exactly.
the view.
Exactly.
No,
This
no,
view
no.
is great.
No.
This view is fucking amazing. I drove an hour just to stand right
no,
here.
you know what?
Nobody cares.
No. It's a, you gotta understand, it's a Chinese
you.
thing.
All right, so I saw him or somebody, the boyfriend shook your hand or something. Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, he just shook my hand. He shook my hand. It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
So, I mean, if he would have done that at the beginning, you probably wouldn't have gotten
Yeah.
into all that confrontation.
I was pretty calm. I just kind of stood my ground.
Yeah.
Basically.
So one thing that's good about this video is that I didn't have something this dramatic happen, but one point some girl came up to me talking about how I was player and this and that, and how I just wanted to fuck some girl or something, and then I really got in her face. 5 minutes later, we were on the other side of the car making out after she had apologized.
Yeah.
So there's this theory about attraction is created in the push, you kind of push a girl away or stand your ground, that tends to create attraction. So I think
Yeah, I
if
didn't
these,
get a make out, so.
yeah, well, I think if these 3 or 4 guys weren't there, you might have been in a little different situation, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think reviewing the video, obviously they are probably boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she is probably semi-drunk, so. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if she was sober and she didn't have a boyfriend,
Maybe.
it could be a different
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
All right, cool. So what are you going to talk about at the convention? What are you going to present?
At the convention, I just want to do like a high-level summary of like my 3-year journey, and I think a lot of talks are very specific, right? It's either like inner game, or it could be just SNL, or it could just be your mindset. It could be maybe like online dating.
Yeah.
But I just kind of want to summarize like common mistakes guys make, or at least common mistakes that I made when I was learning this, and kind of a lot of paradoxes in pickup where it's, when you're starting out, you do want to talk more, but as you get intermediate, you want to talk less because you want the girls to invest.
Right.
As the whole, you do want to be, it's like everything's like a balance, right? You want to be dependent from outcome, but then you still, still want it to get the results. And then some other things where it's like, for example, RSD focuses on like inner game, you're enough, like congruence.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, if you think you're king shit and you're like, all girls want you, but because of that, you're closing your mind off of all feedback, and you're not really calibrating, and you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again, and you become like a sergeant machine. I see a lot of guys do like pickup where they're almost like, they just assume that their game is a 10, but they're not.
Yeah.
And they're not really kind of learning from their mistakes. They're just reiterating the same thing over and over again.
Okay. So you're probably I would say you're gonna save some guys some time maybe then from your presentation of mistakes that they are doing. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
just like a high level of everything. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the interview, and we will see you at the convention. So if you want to sign up and take a look at Mike's presentation, go to upuac.com, or of course, click the link in the description box of this video, and we'll talk to you soon.